My name is Ecclisia. My register number is URK23CS1120. Today we are going to see the experiment 6, which is performance analysis on regression techniques. The first question is develop the linear regression model for the given data by step-by-step manual procedure. Here's the given data for the first question. Let's move on to the problem. First, calculate the intercept and regression coefficient in y equal to b naught plus x of b1. Let's move on to the coding part. First, we are going to import the numpy as np. Then we are considering x as age and y as glucose level. Next, we are going to find the average value of age and glucose level. Then we need to calculate the B1 and B naught value, which means B naught means intercept and B1 means slope. Uh, Using this formula, we are going to find for this both. Then only we can find the value of the given equation. Let's move on to the part B. Analysis the various performance metrics: mean squared error, mean absolute error, root mean squared error, and R squared. The coding part is first we are going to find the predicted value of y by substituting uh, x into the regression equation. Then we are going to compare the actual y value with the predicted y values. Then we are going to work out the average square difference MSE. Then also we are going to work out with the average absolute difference MAE by taking square of these square root of MSC to we will get the value of RMSC. Finally, we are going to calculate the R squared value, which shows how will the regression line fits the data. Then we need to print the calculated values. Let's move on to the second question, which is develop the linear regression model for the prediction of graduate admission from an Indian perspective in terms of GRE scores, LOR, CGPA using the skit-learn. The first question is divide the data into training 75% and testing set 25%. Uh, let's move on to the code. First, we are going to import the pandas as PD. Then here is the given data for GRE, LOR, and the CGPA and the chance of admit. Then we are going to calculate the data set containing these four. Then we need to separate the input values. The first part of input values are GRE and LOR and the CGPA. The output values are chance of admits. Then we need to split the data set into training data, which is 75%, and the testing data, which is 25%. Then we are going to print the training samples and the testing samples. The second part of question is display the intercept and the regression coefficient for the following cases. Um, First, we need to analyze the impact of GRE scores, and second, we are going to analyze the impact of LOR, and third is analyze the impact of CGPA to the chance of admit. Let's move on to the coding part. Here, first of all, we are telling that model is equal to linear regression. Then the model dot fit is of x underscore train and the y underscore train. Where first, then we are going to print the intercept, which is model dot intercept. Uh, then for finding the impact of GRE, LOR, and the CGPA value, we are look at the coefficient of these three, then to know its effect. Then at the last, we are going to print the values of intercept, GRE, LOR, and the CGP. Then at the last, we are going to print the values of impact of GRE, impact of LOR, and the impact of CGPA. The third question is about predict the Y value, that means y dash, for the testing set X and analyze the performance matrix with the actual value y and predict the predicted values y dash for the above three cases. We are going to predict and measure the performance. So, uh, we are going to use the model to predict the chance of admit for the test data. Then we need to compare the predicted values with the given actual values. Then we need to calculate the errors using MSE, MAE, and MSE, MAE, RMSE, and check the value of R squared R squared value also. Then we need to print the, again we are going to print the MSE value, ME value, RMSE value, and the R square value with the actual Y value and the predicted Y dash value. The fourth question is to identify the input parameter that has a greater impact in the prediction of graduate admissions for the Indian perspective. Now we are going to find the greater impact. So we are comparing the size of the three cases of the coefficient. Then we need to uh, the input with the largest effect is considered as the most important. Then we are at the last, we are printing the most important parameter, which is LOR as the most and the largest impact uh, parameter. The last and final question is plot the regression line for the input parameter that has a greater impact in the prediction of graduate admissions from an Indian perspective. For plotting the regression line, uh, first we are going to, we have already choose the most important input parameter, which is LOR. Then we need to draw a scatter plot for that parameter against the chance of admit. Then we need to draw the regression line to show the prediction trend. Here we are using PLT dot scatter, PLT dot plot. Then we are using labels X and Y. X is for CGPA and Y is for chance of admit. Then we are using title and show of command to print the output. Thank you.